Hey guys, Matt for you, and today I'm going to be doing a best class setup for the weevil. This is one of my current favorite guns in the game. I use it the most, simply because of its really high rate of fire, and although its damage is really low and that's why it's overlooked a lot, it's got a good accuracy, its range is okay, its damage is poor, but at the rate it's firing its damage out, you're getting nearly max damage input. So what? No optic because the iron sight for this just works so well. I've gone with a grip just to increase its accuracy, because when you're hip firing or you're just aiming on the sides, if you can get it precise, kill your target off in a few seconds. It works really well. I've also gone with the suppressor. Suppressor I use on all my classes just because it means I can get into close quarters, I can shoot my enemy, I can kill them, and no one will know where I am. Because this is a gun that's got high rate of fire, okay range, and minimal damage, you're not going to be using this for far range attacks. You're going to be using this in a building, close quarters or up close and personal, which is why I've gone with accuracy, no optic, because that means that it's going to take me a little longer to aim down sights, get it on point, and a suppressor, so they won't know I'm there, they won't know I've just taken out their teammate. I also go with an FMJ, because just to max out the damage input I can have. A long barrel, again, you're not using this for range, so it's a very close quartered gun. Fast mag would help, but since it's got such a high clip, you're not reloading as often and do not need to reload very quickly because you're just emptying bullets out non-stop basically. Light suppressor, I found that this one would help if the light didn't give your position away. If it didn't give your position away, you could use this, increase accuracy. Hip fire would help because I find I hip fire a lot. I started off all my gunfights hip firing and then aiming down sights just because of how fast it fires and how accurate it can be if you're just swaying through bullets because you're emptying them out so fast. A stock would help, but I don't find myself aiming down sights as much as I'm hip firing. Quick draw, again, I'm hip firing more than I am aiming down sights. So that's what I use for this gun. It works really well for me, and I'm sure it will work really well for a lot of you. Gun camo, that doesn't really matter, paint job, all that. I've gone for no secondary simply because having the rest of the setup, it just takes too much for a secondary. But if I would suggest a secondary if you really wanted one, I would always, every single time, suggest the combat knife. It's just, you need to reload, but your enemy's coming at you, you just jump behind the corner, you wait for them to run around the corner and get them. It's an insta-kill, it's very nice, precise, quick. You just pull it out and it really just destroys everything. So for lethals, I've gone with Semtex, just because of how much they can help. You throw it against the wall, enemy runs into it. It's just good all around. You don't have to have a lethal or tactical. You can replace this for, say, a secondary, another perk. But I go with a Semtex and a concussion grenade just because I can chuck it, run into it, but still be able to hip fire into my enemy while they're blinded and I'm semi-blinded. No second one because simply no points, I don't have points. Here I've gone with primary gun 1 because so I can have my FMJ. But other than that, you really don't need to have any of these unless you don't have those two. And I guess you could have like another attachment. If I would suggest another attachment, I would suggest fast mag or extended mag. Fast mag or extended mag. It's just those two. If you do go on really high kill streaks, you're going to find you're going to run out of ammo soon, but most of the time you're not going to run out of ammo anytime soon while using this gun. So for perks are gone with 6th Sense. This is just a beast of a perk, letting you know when your enemies are right behind you, so you can quickly turn around, start hip firing in that direction. Just taking your enemy out very quickly, it helps very well with this gun, because you just got to turn around and hip fire. Even the gun on that looks like a weevil. No second one. Tracker helps just so I can find where my enemy's going, if an enemy's run past me, or if I'm behind an enemy, which way they've turned. I'm sure you all know how this perk works. It's just a very nice perk to know where your enemy is and how, which direction your enemy's going and how fast they're moving away from you. Then lastly, I've gone for Blast Suppressor, which means the enemy's never going to know if I'm using my jetpack, if I'm wall running. If I'm boosting around them, they're not going to know it. It's not going to appear on the minimap, they're not going to hear it. It just means I'm a lot more deadly and a lot more silent. So that would be my setup for the Weevil. If you have any other guns you would like me to go over, or you have anything you'd like to add or comment on this setup, let me know. I'm always open to suggestions. So I'll just jump into a game quickly and show you how this works and how I use it. The enemy team's full there. You see what I mean? You just sorry. Come around the side, you land. There, see, it's not done for range, because that took me about so much longer than it should have to get a kill there. This gun was not built for range, this gun was built for indoors, close quarters, combat that should almost be taken with a fist or a knife, but you know, you brought a gun to that fight because you're the superior one here. Put that on there. I don't know what just flew past my head. That did not look fun. You just hip fire the entire time. I mean, this gun doesn't really mind where you hip fire. This guy's like that one friend that doesn't mind. You can just do anything with him. Hip fire, aim down sights, whack the enemy with the back of the gun. It doesn't mind as long as you're getting kills with it. It's happy. Look in here, found the enemy. Just hip fire straight into him. Spotted your footprints. Spotted your footprints. If you're gonna use the weevil, you use the weevil. You're gonna use it correctly. You're gonna use it. Well, you're gonna be hip firing a lot when you're using it, because well, it's got such a huge magazine clip that you can afford to do that now. Like, I saw it in a panic. For those tight situations where you do get into a really bad situation, close quarter combat, and you have to reload because you've just been emptying your magazine into no enemies all there. And you just haven't gotten a chance to reload. All you have to simply do is that you're in close quarters, you run out of ammo, you have to reload, you just swap and you just either punch them to death, knife them to death, pull out your handgun. Although I would not suggest that, because I can get you killed just as easily as this. You see the specialists coming out now. But one way or another, you're going to be doing well with this gun. It's wait, no. No, I'm running, I'm getting out of there. If your shots are above the neck or waist, you do so well if your shots are above the neck or waist. Like so well. I'm not lying to you here. You saw it for yourself. You do so well. And then someone blows up your... Yeah, lovely. This kill is mine, this kill is mine, this kill is mine, this kill is mine. Oh, okay. Well, you've seen how I use it, you've seen how hip firing is just so effective with this gun. I would really recommend it if you're struggling to find a gun to use. Just in the meantime, or say you do find this gun very helpful, it just seems to work so well. Okay, I'll make another one on, say, a sniper next time, but till I see you then,
It speaks for itself.
goodbye.